What up, everybody? We're now just days away from the premiere of the third and final season of Power Book Force, and there's now several exclusive clips previewing an explosive first episode titled Do or Die. And the episode 1 description reads, with some of his biggest obstacles off the map, Tommy faces new opportunities and challenges in his quest to take over the Chicago drug game. And first off, starting out with the title of the episode, Do or Die. This is a nod to the rap group Do or Die that's out of Chicago, and specifically out of Garfield Park, which is the same neighborhood that Shanti Showstopper is from in Force. And in regards to the episode description, it doesn't give too many details into the episode, as to me it seems more like a general overview of what's going to be taking place during the season. But there are a few scenes from episode 1 to talk about, and also some details into episode 1 from the cast interviews. With the final scene of season 2 being Miguel burning Mireya's ticket to Barcelona and telling Tommy that he won't be seeing Mireya again. The first storyline to talk about is what happens next with this whole situation and how will it play out. And there's 2 exclusive clips from episode 1 to talk about in regards to Tommy, Mireya, and Miguel. With the first being the new teaser that shows Mireya sitting in a dark room. This is where Miguel is holding Mireya after finding out she was in a relationship with Tommy. And this is where Miguel was keeping Mireya during episode 10 of season 2, when Tommy was calling her phone and she wasn't answering until Miguel answered the phone. And Mireya didn't go into work that day either. So it seems like he had been holding her in there for about a day when he finally answered Tommy's call. With the next scene from the teaser showing Miguel tell Mireya that she'll stay there until he determines what to do with her. So after Mireya had been held prisoner by Miguel for a minute, he finally lets her come out when he says this to her. And when Miguel turns his back on her, she takes the gun out the back of his pants and points it at him. Then at that point, Miguel walks up to Mireya and takes the gun and points it at his head and dares Mireya to pull the trigger. But one thing I question about this scene is, did Miguel plan for Mireya to take the gun from him, or is he just that careless? Because at this point he obviously should know that Mireya would become desperate to get out of there. And with that said, from the cast interviews, when they were talking about the stuff that happened, I'm assuming they were talking about stuff that happened in episode 1, because the fact I don't think Stars would let media get an early preview of the entire season. But in these cast interviews, one of the scenes they were talking about is Miguel apologizing to Mireya. But Manuel Ramirez, who plays Miguel, said that Miguel apologizes for the greater good, and with Miguel, that greater good happens to be evil. Then the next clip shows Tommy showing up at Miguel's spot, trying to find out what happened to Mireya. It's hard to tell if this actually takes place before or after the scene I just got done talking about with Miguel and Mireya, because notice that Miguel's wearing the same tank top in both scenes. He just has a shirt over the tank top when he walks outside to confront Tommy. Miguel was also wearing the same tank top when he was on the phone with Tommy at the end of episode 10 of season 2. So both these scenes were taking place the same night after Tommy got off the phone with Miguel at the end of season 2. But in this scene, Tommy gets beat down by Miguel's soldiers and keeps fighting and asking Miguel what he did to Mireya. And there's another clip from one of the other teaser with Miguel telling somebody, "Can't you see you're outnumbered?" And we now know that he was talking to Tommy in this the same scene that Tommy confronts Miguel, because again, Miguel was wearing the same clothes. So that's Miguel telling Tommy he's outnumbered as Tommy keeps trying to fight Miguel's soldiers. Then the next episode 1 exclusive scene shows D-Mac trying to talk to Diamond about getting back in CBI and back in the game. D-Mac starts out by asking Diamond if he talked to King Kilo and smoothed things over yet, with Diamond telling him that he hasn't. Keeping in mind that Diamond let Jannard tell Kilo that they would hand D-Mac over to Kilo when he gets out of prison. So Diamond is lying to D-Mac because they did smooth things over with Kilo as long as they hand D-Mac over to him. Then D-Mac asks Diamond for work and lets him know that he moved out on his own. And that's what D-Mac was doing the last time we saw him at the end of season 2, packing his things and moving out, while also cussing out Kate and JP. So now D-Mac's out on his own, needing money and looking for work. And JP isn't making moves trying to find him right now because his attention is on Kate after she OD'd at the end of season 2. So after D-Mac says this to Diamond, Diamond asks D-Mac if he had talked to his Uncle Tommy, and D-Mac told Diamond that he hadn't seen him yet. But Diamond had told him he would smooth that shit out. So this likely indicates that this isn't the first time Diamond talks to D-Mac in this episode, if D-Mac is telling Diamond that he said he would smooth things out. At this point, Diamond tells D-Mac that a lot's going down right now, that it wasn't the time to talk to Tommy about that. When D-Mac tells Diamond that Tommy doesn't run his life, and Diamond lets D-Mac know that Tommy's his business partner, and he's not going to let D-Mac ruin a good thing. And with that said, the cast interviews did reveal that Diamond's going to start questioning Tommy's moves a lot more in season 3, still seeing Tommy as an outsider, and Diamond feeling like he's letting Tommy operate, being the OG of the city. But Diamond also has to question Tommy's moves, especially after letting Vic Flynn live, because ultimately what Tommy does is a reflection of Diamond, and Tommy's moves could have the guys questioning Diamond's leadership. Then the clip has Diamond telling D-Mac that he told him he would get him his spot back with the guys, but it's just going to take a minute. So Diamond is potentially trying to buy time with D-Mac and keep him out the way until Kilo gets out of prison. But D-Mac's pressing Diamond's nerves as he tells him he's tired of waiting, when Diamond gives D-Mac the harsh truth that he needs to lay low before he gets arrested for killing a cop or he catches a bullet for killing Mad Dog. Then he lets D-Mac know if he can't take orders, he shouldn't be f***ing with them at all. And then there's a couple other scenes that we know are going to be in episode 1 from the cast interviews. First off, Jannard's going to have a scene with Manny Fresh after jacking her product and taking her chain that was a gift from her father in season 2. And this scene is said to be something that will go viral after the episode airs. Then they also talked about Vic Flynn finding a new love interest named Ray and falling hard for Ray just like he did Gloria, even calling Ray the love of Vic's life. As Vic was about to give up and losing hope in season 2, Shane Harper, who plays Vic, said that Ray will give Vic something to fight for. The interview also revealed that Vic will get close to his aunt Beth, Paulie's wife, in season 2. And we also know that Vic's sibling rivalry with Claudia will continue in season 3, as the interviews also revealed that Claudia will be in season 3 after surviving the attempt on her life at the end of season 2. The interviews also mentioned a potential conversation between Stacey Marks and Claudia. As for Stacey Marks, as Vic Flynn is finding a new love interest in Ray, Stacey and her husband Bobby DeFranco's relationship will go through more problems in season 3, as Stacey has to continue to try to decide what's more important to her between her career goals and her husband. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.